I am one step closer to achieving my plan of turning Tropico into a world superpower. Now I need to establish a strong economy, and I know just the island for that. Yermo Encarnado is a barren wasteland without much in the way of resources, but is located within close proximity to international trade routes. It is the prime candidate to become the heart of Tropico's industry. In order to achieve this, I will need the help of my newfound friend, Keith Preston. I like people who are only interested in money. They are so predictable. I, on the other hand, seek power. Ultimate power.
Howdy, partner. I've prepared the contract according to the terms we discussed. compensate for the lack of raw resources on the island, we must rely on imports. The first step of our plan will be to establish a customs office. It's time to start building our industry powerhouse, partner. Construct a cannery and enable the import of coffee from the buildings panel or the import section of the almanac.
Consumiendo y para yo controlarla tendré que tomarme el mar. Yo quiero que tú me quieras como te quiero, mi vida.
A minor political incident occurred today. The wife of an anonymous U.S. ambassador was stopped at the customs office because her husband had declared her as useless baggage. The woman was later released when proper duties were paid for her.
Quiero que tú me quieras como te quiero, mi vida. Hacerte el amor divino y hacerte gritar de alegría. Y si poquito a poco aliviar la pasión.
Hola, Presidente. As you know, a single dock can receive a limited amount of import goods each time a ship arrives at the island.
Ella
seem to have a lot of money in our vaults.
The money is obviously having a jolly good time in our treasury. It just can't stop multiplying.
My dear Presidente,
It's time to start building our industry powerhouse, partner.
Violence broke out in Tropico as the army tried to remove Reverend Esteban from the pub and get him to start the first service in the new church. Several soldiers are missing, presumed drunk. The Reverend had this to say.
Give me another one, and make it a big one.
We need proper healthcare facilities on our island, Comrade Presidente. Most of the population has to rely on traditional medicine and worse practices like homeopathy and a healthy lifestyle.
The workforce of the island is simply not enough. Some buildings operate at very low efficiency due to the lack of workers.
A fight has started between the minister wannabes.
Judging by the number of applications we received, this means that Tropico is officially in a state of civil war.
Peace and love, dear Presidente. Please accept this flower wreath as a gift and hear my plea.
dying to know the answer to my next question. What is your favorite animal?
Well, Miss Flowers, when I first came to your island, I was struck by the beauty of one of your magnificent creatures. The llama. It reminds me of my mother.
Oh, llamas. I don't like llamas. They are rude and spit at you.
Just like my mama.
All of our trucks are in perfect working order and safely parked in the construction office garages. At the same time,
Comrade Presidente, an article published in the Pravda in Moscow has criticized the housing conditions for the masses in Tropico.
Comrade, we have a plan that will speed up the arrival of the communist revolution by 37%.
There are too many unemployed wretches living on our hard-earned money, Presidente. Give them jobs, or El Diablo and the Nationalists will deal with them once and for all.
La rumba. Tú me pediste que toque una rumba, como una rumba, mamá.
army is in dire need of facilities.
Como una rumba mamá, para bailar no hay igual. Si yo te toco una rumba me la tienes que bailar, porque la rumba de negros no nació para escuchar. Y si tú no me la bailas, la rumba no canto más. Oye, si no quieren guarachear.
Tropico now has more than 100 citizens. A small step for the world, a giant leap for Tropico.
La rumba no canto más. Mira, si no me tocan los cueros.
Presidente, there are rumors that the Caribbean pirates are planning to hold a big convention on one of the nearby islands.
No me interesa.
Entrégate y no te confundas, que el sabor de la banda de Alex Torre no le encuentra en una funda. Rumba, 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 rumba.
There is a crisis of command in our army, sir. Since Tropican soldiers are too unruly, we should recruit more generals to urge them in the right direction in battle.
Y con ustedes, dos pavos y en la conga. Sacude que te fanga.
Presidente, Tropicans await elections next year. They wish to show their everlasting love and respect for you.
Entrégate. Entrégate.
And now, Father Jim with comments on the new rum factory.
The God-fearing Tropicans have always made and used rum for our daily praise of the Lord. Now, with industrial qualities of rum, we will send our joy to God, and He will give us His blessing.
Proud citizens of Tropico, the importance of the upcoming elections has brought me before you. We are one step closer to our goals. Victory is almost upon us, but we must still push forward. Yes, there are problems. There will always be problems, especially in the current economic situation. The bad healthcare, about which I hear so much these days, is one of them, and it will be resolved, as will all others, in time, as the global economy stabilizes. Through the years of my presidency, I have received your gratitude, my compañeros. Alas, I am nothing but a humble servant, and you are my masters, my employers. I, in turn, want to show my gratitude to the brave defenders of Tropico and all militarists. The development in the past years is obvious to all. Still, there are lots of things to be done. God is my witness that during my next mandate we will build a cathedral worthy of our piety in Tropico. In the end, we will prevail.
Cuando pronuncian tu nombre, amor convertido en cielo que me lleva hasta la locura. Quisiera que fuera el invierno para enfriar esta pasión.
You must excuse my lazy employees. It seems that their sudden career change has proven detrimental to their motivation. People are growing restless, Presidente. We must brace ourselves for constant strikes until we manage to construct a cosmic pin on the island.
Yo quiero que tú me quieras como te quiero, mi vida. Hacerte el amor divino y hacerte gritar de alegría. Y así poquitito a poco aliviar la pasión. Yo quiero que tú me quieras como te quiero, mi vida.
Presidente's upcoming bestseller is out today. It shows the romantic soul behind the harsh surface, touching on deep existential and philosophical themes.
Sounds wonderful. What's the book's title?
How not to get caught.
The world is in danger. Only we can save the planet.
My dear Presidente, the election day draws near. Presidente, the lazy good-for-nothing people are getting used to the good life on the island and are now demanding luxury accommodations. You are truly a benevolent leader, Presidente. The homeless people on the island will be overjoyed with the news that they can now live in brand new luxury mansions.
Some Colombian barons have larger armies than ours, sir. This is unacceptable.
Presidente, the question of the status of Taiwan has come up again. I don't even know where Taiwan is, but we have to state our position on this issue. Congratulations, Presidente. You have won the elections. People are content that no incidents occurred during the elections. You have their trust and all the credibility of our young democracy.
Great calamity, Presidente. All of my wife's birthdays are coming, and they want presents. My friend, I know I promised you my second best camel as a gift, but she died tragically, and I must give you something else.
Good job, partner. I never doubted that you'd create a profitable industry.
I want to know what those beasts are doing in our country. The spitting, vile fiends. One of them bit me on my way here.
Oh, you mean those cute, cuddly camels. I think a foreign dignitary sends them as a token of the good relations between our countries.
Te quieres ir de rumba y tienes ganas de gozar. ¡Ay, rico! ¡Anda pa' gozar! Aquí llegó lo tuyo. Aquí llegó lo que hace falta. Sabor y ritmo pa' bailar. ¡Pa' gozar!
Look around, Presidente. See the overflowing garbage cans. See the toxic fumes in the air. See how Mother Nature suffers.
Oye tú pa' vacilar.
Carpe the diem, Presidente. We need to take the culprit.
The industrialization of the island is going according to our plan. However, the prices of our stocks remain fairly low, and the shareholders are not happy. Our industrialization
What exactly does the new factory produce, Penultimo?
Sprockets? Huge demand for them in the U.S.
Such a big, well-guarded factory to produce sprockets?
Also, bulb holders, paperweights, harmless stuff like that. Definitely not weapons of any kind.
Not weapons of any kind. Got it.
Most blessed Presidente, the time has come for us to plan the construction of a new cathedral, a true monument to our faith that will make all the Caribbean green with envy. For envy is a sin, and the more sinful they are, the more pious we will be by comparison.
One of my overachieving employees has constructed an incredible machine that emits smart waves, which make people smarter and boost their education speed. There are universal truths in life, and one of them is that if you're making money, you can make even more money. One of my overachievers. My contact is already awaiting the first shipment, partner. All you need to do is build a weapons factory, import some iron, and start production.
Tú me pediste que toque una rumba, como una rumba, mamá. Para bailar no hay igual. Tú me pediste que toque una rumba, como una rumba, mamá. Para bailar no hay igual. Si yo te toco una rumba, me la tienes que bailar. Porque la rumba de negros no nació para escuchar. Y si tú no me la bailas, la rumba no canto más. Oye, si no quieren guarachear, la rumba no canto más. Mira, si no quieren disfrutar, rumba no canto. Rumba, rumba, no, rumba, no, rumba, no, la rumba no canto más. La rumba no canto más. Mira, si no me tocan los cueros, la rumba no canto más. Oye, por mi madre me la llevo.
Tally-ho, old boy. The riff-raff back home are on my back again. You know how it is.
Enrique Junior López. Entrégate, entrégate, entrégate. Y con ustedes, dos pavos y en la conga. Sacude que te fanga.
Tropico's population has reached 250 people. We are slowly but surely turning into the China of the Caribbean.
Roberto, repícalo, dueño. noche me vuelvo reggaetonero.
Si no quieres cantarla, te perdono, ponte a bailarla. Si tú no quieres cantarla, te perdono, ponte a bailarla.
Pero que rumba, rumbero, rumbero, rumba, rumbero. Si no bailas esta noche, te digo que me la llevo.
Presidente, recently, our Minister of Economics was seen walking the streets in only his underwear after losing everything in an unfortunate game of poker.
One of our ministers recently committed a gaffe.
Sorry to interrupt, dear Sonny, but we have urgent news. Bobsledding will be added as a new event for the next Pan-Caribbean Games.
And how is this more urgent than our minister's gaffe?
That's a very good question, Sonny, but unfortunately, we have no more time. Stay tuned for more on Caribbean bobsledding after this song.
Estaba yo pensando en travesuras de la vida, en lo mucho que te amaba y en lo mucho que te quería. No me explico ni cómo nuestro amor, tú lo fingías una relación que yo amaba, llena de sabor, llena de mentiras. Y ahora que lo sé, ya no te quiero. Te quise con locura, no lo niego.
No Teamsters are working in this critical building, Presidente.
Márchate de mi vida, por favor. Hemos ya terminado. Sabré vivir sin nuestro amor. Manchaste mis esperanzas, le echaste frío al calor. Si te encuentras a otro, acuérdate de no mentir. Te pagará por mi dolor. Con lo que me hiciste te vas a arrepentir.
De la vida.
Tus travesuras resultaron, oye, en muchas amarguras.
Estaba yo pensando en travesuras de la vida.
Sufre tu condena, mala mujer, vete, no te quiero ver.
Estaba yo pensando en travesuras de la vida.
Por eso ahora, ay, yo no vuelvo a querer, que no, 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 no.
De la vida.
En la primavera yo viví el infierno con tu corazón de invierno.
Estaba yo pensando en travesuras de la vida.
Ay, qué pena me da tu caso, lo tuyo es mental. Mejor yo me marcho.
Estaba yo pensando en travesuras de la vida.
Le suplico a mi Dios querido que no me deje volver jamás contigo.
Presidente, Tropicans await elections next year. They wish to show their everlasting love and respect for you. They may have used different words, but that does not matter.
Hard-working friends, I want to stress the great progress we have made. Production has increased steadily, exceeding 25% in some areas. I tell you, we will complete the 5-year plan in 4 years. This is progress. Yes, there are problems. There will always be problems, especially in the current economic situation. The pollution in the cities, about which I hear so much these days, is one of them. And it will be resolved, as will all others, in time, as the global economy stabilizes. Through the years of my presidency, I have received your gratitude, my compañeros. Alas, I am nothing but a humble servant, and you are my masters, my employers. Now is the time to express my gratitude for the environmentalists, protecting the gifts that Mother Nature has bestowed on Tropico. I have great plans for Tropico, plans that will be fed by everyone, even the least fortunate of you. God is my witness that during my next mandate we will build a cathedral worthy of our piety in Tropico. In the end, we will prevail.
Cuando pronuncian tu nombre, amor cometido en celo que me lleva hasta la locura. Quisiera que fuera el invierno para enfriar esta pasión.
Presidente, I just got a call from a foreign investor. Several calls, actually, with different proposals. Our society is relying too much on simple resource gathering, Presidente. It is time to introduce industry and tourism to our economy.
Unfortunately, the Pirates Convention has ended, and now rum prices are plummeting as the main consumers of this product are trying to recover from a massive hangover.
So many smiling people on the streets. It's almost like all mothers-in-law suddenly left the country.
My dear Presidente, the election day draws near. Congratulations, Presidente. You have won the elections. People are content that no incidents occurred during the elections. You have their trust and all the credibility of our young democracy.
Presidente, the international markets have collapsed. The Western media call this the collapse of communism, and the Eastern media proclaim an end to the capitalistic greed.
Comrade, food for the masses is essential, and our supplies are in shortage. We cannot build communism on a hungry stomach, no?
I saw a great program about a beautiful little island in the middle of the ocean. Within a moment, I realized they were talking about Tropico and...
You mean we're surrounded by the ocean?
Yes, of course.
We're trapped! Trapped, I tell you!
Carpe the diem, Presidente. We need to take the...
Nicely done, partner. I never imagined that you would build such a profitable island in such a short time.
Industry is the backbone of the nation. Thanks to my hard work, the island of Yermo Encarnado is now the foundation of Tropico's industry. The factories are working at full capacity, and we have a large and capable workforce. With the base of Tropico's economy now secure, I have to turn my attention to the political stability of our nation.